Hi, Craig. I mean, I've just seen you and I met you, and it's look very attractive. You're wearing very nice jewelry and all that. Could you tell me all about it? How is it started and all that, please?
Originally I've always had an interest in tribal cultures. Obviously, the body modification is quite related to tribal cultures. I just like the look of the jewellery, and I enjoy the whole experience of being pierced and tattooed. It's basically stemmed from there. I've been getting pierced for the last 6 or 7 years, and also the tattooing as well has gone on for about the same amount of time. So yeah, that's about the story.
Is it your local hub? You normally come regularly?
No, I don't actually live in London anymore. At the moment, I'm just down visiting. I've got a lot of friends in London. I used to live here.
Right.
So now I just come to visit for a few days and then, sit and have a drink with friends.
So how is it started? I mean, you just have a one stud there, and then I can see you're wearing quite a few.
Yeah, my first ever piercing was my nose, before I started getting my ears or anything done. I really got them done just because I like the look of them, and that was it really. It's a little bit addictive as well. Once you start getting them done, then you start thinking what you can get done next, and
So you just only have it on your face. You don't have anywhere on your body.
I've also got my left nipple done twice, and my right nipple done once, and then I've got tattoos as well. Yeah.
So you don't want to go any further? Or
oh yes. Oh no. There's lots more that I have planned. At the moment, on my right leg, it's tattooed up to the knee, but eventually that's a full leg. I'm looking at getting most of my body done with tattoos, and also piercings as well. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go further down.
Oh yes. Yeah. With tattoos, I like to keep them places where I can cover. So that it doesn't affect things like getting a job and.
So what about that's fine. I mean, you got the studs and all that, in your hair and all that. But of course up to there. But if you go down, right, and you're like private parts, okay. How it will benefit you? Nobody can see, and how you will expose yourself?
Apart from anything, pierced areas, it generally increases sensitivity.
Yeah.
So things like genital piercings, would increase the sensitivity in your genital areas. And also, the main reason that I get things is because I like them, because I want to have them done. It's not for anybody else's benefit or because anybody else can see it. It's just because I feel comfortable with them, and it makes me feel more like the person that I am.
But you have an experience, and suppose, if you wear it continuously, don't you think it may affect your sex life and all that?
As I say,
side effects kind of.
Well, mostly it just increases sensitivity and such like. So anywhere that is pierced is generally more sensitive than it would be if it wasn't pierced.
So why you want to be sensitive all the time,
Well, I'm just a sensitive kind of guy, I guess. But no, it's. Yeah, as I say, these things, things like the genital piercings are only more active when you're sexually aroused anyway. So
it will not interfere with performing the sex.
No. If anything, once you have the piercing done, for a period of maybe 4 to 6 weeks, then you've got to be very careful while it's healing and. But after that,
hurt you?
No. After that, it should.
Talking to your friends and all that.
Yeah.
And they find it much better than if you have it. Then it's more pleasurable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And more interesting as well, you know, if you get with somebody that's, you know, it's something a little bit different as well. So.
See, but other day I was going through the website of piercing and all that. I've seen the horror stories that the genitals, they were destroyed and
Yeah.
things like that. I think if somebody leave it to the limit,
Yeah.
that's fine. But they go further and further and further. And
But what is the limit?
Yeah.
You know, everybody has their own limits. To be honest, the only reason that that it can end up destroying the genital area or destroying the area that gets pierced is if you don't look after it properly, and when you get pierced, you've got to keep the area clean and make sure that it's cleaned regularly. A lot of people do stretching as well, which is like my ears, and so if you do that slowly and leave sufficient time for everything to heal, then everything should be fine.
So, don't you think that will be sort of extra sort of work for you to keep it clean and tidy and all that? Of course, you are a nice and tidy person.
Yeah.
But that will be extra work to keep you occupied.
Not really. It's like anything. If you're willing to submit yourself to something, then you're willing to put the extra time in. You know, if you want to become educated on something, you spend extra time reading. So if you want to become a modified person, then you don't mind spending a bit of extra time just, making sure that things are clean and safe. And
so you have any girlfriend at the moment? Or you have a regular girlfriend, or you change the partner?
At the moment, no.
Yeah.
But that's because I move about very regularly.
Right.
I've got friends all over the country who, depending on where I am, is.
How would your girlfriend will feel if wouldn't she be shocked if you find a new girlfriend and say, well, he's got a lot of pairs, and would it put her off? Or do you think it will make her more attractive?
Well,
to you?
normally no, because a lot of the kind of girls that I go for are people who are pierced and tattooed anyway. So normally we're all very understanding of.
They will accept it.
Yeah.
Most likely that your girlfriend will be pierced anyway.
Normally, yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it was very nice to talk to you.
No, it's a pleasure.
Anything else